Hey everybody, Invisiblekatana here doing a live reaction and review for the Injustice 2 story trailer. I'm excited for this. Been looking forward to this game for a while. I have the first one, I really like it. This one adds new characters. I'm not sure, well I guess I'll find out as far as the story goes, but I know they've been doing a comic series ever since the first game came out, so they were in like year 4 or 5 or something crazy like that. So I'm excited to see where this one actually ends up taking place. So we're going to get right into it and really see what they've got to offer.
Peggy 16. Savior. Monster. Guardian. Vigilante. The preservation of life.
I love how she was like a foot off the ground
for taking it.
and she still slammed that hard into it.
Humans, elevating those that keep guard until they watch too close, and the so-called hero condoning the very act he would condemn. Transgressions of the past shape actions to come. As offspring turns into adversary, yesterday's loss leads to madness. And God becomes tyrant, becomes outcast.
Alright, so we're like halfway through.
Dust.
So I
As
think
factions dissolve
now we're
and
getting into some of the good stuff.
and lust for power
So we
enslaves
got
all.
Bane, Poison Ivy.
Such folly and futility in the grand design. Curious how lines once clearly defined become blurred.
This reminds me a lot of that opening from, I want to say it was the online DC game, where everything was
Perhaps it is
just...
time for them to be
Sadie!
drawn.
Of course she starts barking. Alright, so Brainiac is our main villain. Alright, I like that. I love Brainiac. I don't see how you couldn't like Brainiac. Brainiac's awesome. Okay, so I guess they're sticking with that tagline. And May 19th. Ooh. Okay, so this is Batman. Oh no, oh, it's Apocalypse, the dark side. He's from Apocalypse. I always do that. Okay. And then they've got 3 different editions with 3 different covers, which I like the fact that they're different covers, but obviously the standard edition, we have standard edition with Superman, deluxe edition with Supergirl, and then ultimate edition, of course, it's Batman. I like it. I think it's a decent trailer. It didn't show us too much, but it showed us, yeah, it didn't really show us much for a story trailer. If I'm being totally honest, I feel like it wasn't as much of a story trailer as I was expecting. It was kind of just like, alright, you know, these new people are fighting here. Technically, the only person they really showed fighting was Supergirl and Batman. Those were like the only people they really showed fighting, and it seems like Robin was killed by Superman, which is weird if you played the first game. Granted, like I said, this doesn't explain as to where this game even remotely lines up in the universe of that series, because like I said, after the first game, they had a comic book series. So this could be like years into the future after, you know, that last game. So who knows? But this story trailer doesn't really give anything as far as where anything is, you know, the time frame of this. It's just random battles. It's Batman versus Robin, which they had in the first game, but that was also Nightwing in the very first game, and that I believe was that looked like Tim Drake to me based off of the outfit because he has the hood and stuff. So that's kind of cool. It's like, all right, we have a new Robin in here. Probably have 2 Robins if they keep Nightwing in. So we'll have actual Robin and then we'll have Nightwing. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, they have Bane in here. They have Poison Ivy in here. So that's really cool. We'll get to see them. We have Brainiac coming in as like the main villain, and oddly enough, as I was mentioning, where The part where Supergirl and Wonder Woman are fighting reminds me of that old DC game. It's almost the exact same thing where everything's destroyed, a bunch of people are fighting a bunch of people, and then Brainiac comes in to rule over everybody. And so I find that kind of funny that that's what I was thinking of when I was watching this trailer. And then it's like, oh yeah, there's Brainiac. So that's pretty cool. But we'll see how that plays out. And then we have, you have to pre-order with Darkseid, which means probably not going to be a part of the main story or anything like that. I like to think that he'd be a part of the main story. You just don't get to unlock him. That would suck if that's the case. But we'll have to wait and see. I think it was a fine trailer. Not as much story as I was really expecting. It was kind of like, here's the first half of the trailer, and it was a recap of the first game. And then the second half was just kind of random people fighting each other. And it's like, you don't really know who's from what universe either, because the first game, of course, was like 2 different Earths dealing with this same issue. So is it all in this new Earth, or are we going to have characters from the initial or the mainline universe come into this universe again? None of that's really in this story trailer. It's really just like, here's the main villain and here's some new characters. Not really. They could have just called it trailer 2 or something, because it didn't give much to the story outside of main villain and then, you know, hints at new characters and hints at who's fighting who. So there's that. Also, Batman helping Superman. Does that mean Superman turned good? It brings up a lot of questions without explaining a lot. So in that regard, it's kind of good. But for the most part, I'd say it's an okay trailer. I kind of wish they didn't call it the story trailer, because you don't learn nearly as much as I was expecting you to find out with it being called the story trailer. But I still think it was good. Still introduced some new characters, new playable characters. Hopefully we can actually play as Brainiac. I would assume that we can if he's the main villain. But you never know if Darkseid's in there as DLC. Does that mean he's going to be in the main story? Who the heck knows? So we'll just have to wait and see. But it looks like a good trailer. I'm excited for this game. So I'm definitely excited to see more gameplay from the new characters. But would love to know what you guys thought about this trailer. So please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts about it, your least favorite parts about it. And what do you guys want to see from the next trailer? Do you want to see more characters? Do you want to see, kind of the gameplay trailer as the next big trailer? Or do you want to get a more in-depth story compared to what we got in this one? Because I'd still love that, because like I said, we don't know how far in the future this is compared to the first game. We don't know who's really good or who's really bad. Did people switch sides? Was that good Superman coming in, which I doubt it, because he wouldn't kill somebody? So does that mean bad Superman turned kind of good, or does that mean Batman from this other universe turned bad? That seemed to be what they were hinting at with him watching all the people, and he just let Harley beat that one person up. So I guess he turned bad as well. Million questions going on there, so we just have to wait and see. But we'd love to know what you guys thought about this, and like I said, want to know what you guys want to see from the next trailer as well. So please comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.